The next area we're going to be dealing with is this area along here. I want to put the wall in. And now this is going on raw, no undercolour at the moment, and I'll show you why that is. I don't want to come too far down, because what we're looking for here is a different kind of effect. I want a bit of texture. Now, got that in, okay, that's fine. Now I'm now going to put in the grey. Now here we have a slight hitch because we're coming against the roadway, which I've already done here, and of course it's the same colour. Now get over that. What I'm going to do here is put in 181, and the 181 is the darker colour. I'm going to just put that in along the top edge there, so I get the division that I want. I don't want to overrun this. It's quite important. And it goes all the way up, all the way up. Now there you see I've also got a similar colour. And it goes all the way up to there. Okay, that'll be, don't have to worry about the bottom. Now I can complete my grey. And the grey all the way up to those boats. Now those boats there are going to be white. Now we'll deal with those separately. I've already put a base of light grey in there already. That's why this is going on without too much texture. I think we'll put those boats in because they are going to, I'm going to put them in white, and they actually, on the original photograph, they were both white, but I'm going to change one to another colour. Not sure yet what colour, but I'm going to change one. And also the white won't stay white. Now, just between the two we've got a little separation. We'll put that in there, and then we can continue on the other side. And this is Payne's Grey, the same one I used across the top edge. Now this is the colour, the actual colour on the Broadstairs photograph is more or less the colour that I'm putting on now. That's what it looks like. But I'm going to use a little artistic license because I want it to marry with the rest of it around it. So what I'm now going to do is put in the sepia. This is a great complementary colour and a darker colour for the grey guide colour we're using, and also the ochre guide colour we're using. I'll leave that a moment and see what I think. What I'm doing is just smoothing it very, very slightly in there. Now, let me show you now how that actually works. We've got, you see all this sparkle that we've got? That's far too much. So what we do now is use our ivory pencil, and I'll stop halfway along and you can see the difference it makes. So what we're doing is kind of blending it in, but making it less sparkly. Can you see how that works? Like that. Now this area here, just here, that's where we can work on now. We just get a little bit of light grey, or maybe a medium grey to start with. There's a little, like a ramp that comes down, and we can just bring that down to there, and then our light grey, we can just merge the two together. Again, it's one of these things, there's only a small detail, but it's just nice to... Okay, I'm going to make this boat here a green, a pretty little greeny colour. Not too much, don't want to overdo it. There's a little bit of green in there. That's it for the moment. And because I've got green, then I just wanted just a little bit of contrast green, maybe just to put... You can come back with the grey, the light grey, and just make that a little lighter, like that. But not at the top. I'll leave the top alone, so that sits again nicely against the skyline. You see that? And the other thing, that's a boring old piece of everything. So what we'll do is we'll make it a little more interesting. We'll put things on it. I mean, on the picture, there was that seafood place. Well, we don't want that. Put that on. A little bit of black. I don't use black very often, but I'm just putting a little black in. It doesn't have to be very much. It just has to be something that makes it more interesting. And another thing that will make it more interesting is put a few little people in there. So let's put a couple of little people. What should we do? A little bit of blue, maybe? Yeah, well, that's not going to show up, Colin. Let's have a bit of light grey then, like that. At the moment they've got terrifically big heads. So we just trim those down just a little bit, like that. Now that's something interesting. And what else can we put in? A little bit of green. Little, you know, it don't have to be anything like this. It could be a few nets at the back there, laying on that surface, and then maybe a little bit of strength, just as a bit of shadow on them, like that. Nothing, no real detail at all. Excellent. I think we'll call that a day. I'm going to put some more little people on later on, but at the moment I just felt that we could just make it just imply. Now we don't have to count them, we don't have to be exact. What we've got to do is have a nice sharp white and push it in, like that. It's not critical really that we be exactly the same height, because we can trim the height back later, but that height has got to come back before we put the top rail on. Now ideally what we want to do is put one here, you see, so right in the middle of that red. It's almost a shame, but it's got to be done. Now this is ridiculous really, it shouldn't be able to be done. What I'm using is a very sharp white pastel pencil. See how that cuts through? Not just once, but twice. And there is more. You see here we've got some little black posts, so we put those in too. Now the bottom of the post is black. Now how about that then?